Hey Collective, how are you guys? Evie and I are doing good. She's inside. I'm sitting outside on the front porch today. So I've already got some cards pulled. We're going to tap into this message and we're going to see what's coming out and clarify further. So we get going. So we've got a meeting that's going on here. Okay, there's some kind of meeting happening. We've got the train. Something's going on. Some kind of meeting up about something to do with some kind of illegal proceedings here. Someone could be trying to go away in one direction. They're focused on going forward. Someone's inflexible, trying to move on their life's journey. We've got a Gemini here. It could be having some kind of a meeting because of a legal proceeding. We've got mental health issues, mentally and emotionally unstable. Got an Ice King here. He's surprised. Okay. There's some kind of evidence that's coming out in a legal proceeding here. They're trying to avoid law enforcement. They have temptations and they have a criminal history. There's evidence. Someone could be bisexual here. They could be on the down low. Thinking, ooh, we're a perfect match together. You're hot. Let's hook up. Okay. And they could be surprised because there's some kind of evidence that's coming out here. Having to meet with someone in law enforcement. Their mental health could be in question. This person's definitely upset over something that's going on here, and there's evidence, okay, and law enforcement's involved. So someone could be trying to travel and they can't. They could have to go to jail here. They can't travel to wherever a location was that they were trying to go. We've got a death, so they're could be trying to go on the run to avoid the law because they've caused someone's death. Could even be someone that they were lovers with. We've got high honor in reverse and an entity attachment here. There's conflict, giving false information, false statement. There's emotional pain and abuse that's been happening here. Because of an entity. Someone is not a good person. Options with whoever they were cheating with because they feel like they've got all this chemistry. We're dealing with a cult. This person's got addictions. They've got addictions to, they're a sex addict, they're a player. They're just all about doing what makes them feel good, and there's evidence of this cheating. There could be messages here. Okay. We've got rings, so someone could be in like some kind of a crazy sex cult here. They've made some kind of a contract with this cult, an agreement. There's a bond here. It's a strong connection with a partner, like-minded people where they're lovers. People could be committed and married and they're still doing this, okay, because it's all interconnected with this abuse, and it's all about the power supply here, okay, abusing people, harvesting energy. Someone's occupation could be a high priestess, or they're consulting one, going to one. So it could be a dark high priestess here in this cult. Whatever they're doing, it's not working. They were trying to create some kind of destruction to bind someone in some way, and it's not working. So they put a lot of hard work and effort into creating a ton of destruction with this high priestess here. It was their job to do something here for gaining, my nose is itching, being abusive with entities here, trying to create emotional pain, mental pain. They're mad because of some kind of court situation that's going on. They're trying to hide something from the law. They don't want to go to jail. They don't want to be in handcuffs. They feel powerless. They want the control. They target people like prey so that they can suppress them. And they've been applying force, trying to hold someone back here so that they're powerless and defenseless, so that they'll have no choice but to submit. Could be trying to convince someone to travel with them somewhere, but this travel's in reverse. And something that's going on, they're trying to move on from something here, and they're inflexible, like they're just insistent that this is how it's going to go. And there's a death here. Someone could have ended up pregnant from this sex cult and these rituals that they're doing. A mother figure trapping women so that they can conceive, possibly for more of this power supply. Could even have some kind of, like, I'm hearing a baby farm to harvest energy. Searching people so that they can catfish them, searching them online. Yeah, message me. Oh my God. And then end up with a burial. Thinking of you, creeping on profiles, searching profiles. Don't be afraid to reach out, but being catfished here. So they're targeting people, targeting females possibly here so that they can get them pregnant. And then once they're finished with whatever they're doing with the females here, they could end up unaliving them. There could be some kind of crazy thing that's getting ready to go down. Because there's many options with this cheating and this chemistry. And it doesn't matter what sex, like they go both ways. We've got a castle with an unaliving here. This family, they're wanting to keep this hidden from what's going on in the courts, trying to manipulate the courts for what's going on in this energy of family members here. Trying to manipulate the situation so that it's not coming out. They want it to be hidden. They don't want this burial to be known about and this unaliving. They're full of pride and ego. There's wealth. They've got power. They're wealthy. Being praised for their achievements. Oh, the castle is Sagittarius. The rings is Gemini. Handcuffs is Virgo. The train is Gemini. Forgot to say that. They're abusive. They're out for revenge. There's a lot of secrets that are going on here. They enjoy the show. They operate in like patternistic behavior. They're trying to seek revenge and get even with someone. Their childish behavior here. Family members trying to come after someone. We've got a male here who's doing this, a male family member, because of something that's going on in the courts. A decision has been made in a legal matter. Something's going to be fair, bringing order to a serious situation. Someone's going to be convicted. It's an important decision. It's being made. Sagittarius energy. And whoever of other family members could be trying to manipulate a situation to protect a male in the family unit here that could be luring people in literally to their death. She's got liar carved on her lips here. You know, you could be speaking out about this. They could be trying to manipulate the courts and say that you're a liar. But, I mean, communication about being kidnapped. They're expecting something here from the community. Okay. Community of people here. Definitely got a corrupt community here that's involved with this cult activity. And there's communication. Trying to kidnap someone. They're regretting taking this risk. They're arguing. You could even be this person's child, and there could be children that are involved with this. You could be a responsible adult, you know, but you could be like one of these family members' children. You just take this how it resonates, but you argue and can't get along with these people. Partner to partner, unsafe decisions. They weren't thinking, they took a risk. Now they regret what they've done because they're guilty. They could be distant. They feel ashamed for what they've done. They don't care, or they wouldn't be doing this energy. They care that they got caught, because we've got the justice system with these handcuffs again. And this death here that they created, it's caused a huge problem here. They wanted it to be top secret. They could have received, hey, hello, unexpected money. Why don't you go take out my child over here, which would represent you collective, okay? They've got animosity towards you. There's screenshots. There's proof. Throwing out memories. Letting it go. We've got earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Family members here. They're obsessed with trying to cross your boundaries, okay? They could have discarded you, ostracized you from the family, saying that you're not responsible, but you are. You've got a good head on your shoulders, okay? Could even come after your children. There's a lot of animosity here. And someone could have paid someone here some unexpected money as a hitman energy. That's what I'm feeling. Now we've got a big problem here with the justice system. They don't want people to know about this unaliving here in this court situation, and how this person's luring people in, catfishing them on the internet so that they can abuse them. And death has come out twice. 3 times with assassination, burial, and then homicide, and then death. So 4 different times. Wow. It's all interconnected. They're trying to work something out that's a made-up story. They're out of control. They're mischievous. There's many working components that's all interconnected, and it's complicated. There's a lot of problems. It's a big mess. They've made up these stories. They're focusing on their future gains, and they're mad. Sagittarius energy again. Heavy Sagittarius and Gemini energy here. And Virgo. Like, that's all the signs that have come out, okay? So something's going on inside, possibly even a library here where somebody's trying to research some kind of information. There's secrets inside, looking beneath the surface, researching to find out information. Capricorn energy. Inside a river, someone could be buried, or like beside it, okay, like even on a riverbank. Goodness. It's karmic masculine. No access, they're blocked for whatever this is that they've done here. Trying to make it to where there was no access, possibly even to someone's body. They're triggered, okay? They're very triggered right now. They could have gotten caught in the act with doing something, and now they're ready to explode. Someone could have made someone very vulnerable at a party, okay? Someone's angry with a bodybuilder, so they're strong. Capricorn, they've got power and strength, and they're forceful. They're dominating. They like to discipline. This person could work out and exercise. They're very influential. They're under surveillance. Someone could be angry that they were surveillancing someone and could have been watching them in order to communicate about being kidnapped. Could have paid someone to do some love spells, or just love spells are going on with this sex cult here, trying to harvest power and energy from the power supply so that they can manifest abundance for themselves. getting the call. I'm ready. I've got the money. God. Expressing that they're ready in the conversation. Oh, I love to hear your voice. I've got money. You ready? Wow. We've got the pioneer, Leo energy. Someone's bold. They're navigating uncharted territory. Somebody's got their back. There's a team of people here and they're resourceful. They like these challenges. We've got a serial unaliver here that's out here committing crimes of passion. Well, Jezebel's getting some karma for what Jezebel's out here doing. Getting karma for this death. Very abusive. Leaving people with so many tears. There's so many tears out here. They get all fired up. And then they rage out. They have overwhelming thoughts. It builds up their emotions. And then they get very angry. And they become raged out. And then they commit a crime of passion. This is definitely someone's family member here. I love satisfying all your desires with my passion. And then it's like if they can't get it, and then bondage, tying someone up, okay, possibly even in a hotel or a motel, or telling someone to do that with the kidnapping here. There's unresolved issues. They're prepared to go to the next phase. It's been a long journey. It's like necessities in excess. Staying in a hotel or a motel with their luggage, could be hiding out. Life insurance with actual money. Someone could have taken out a life insurance policy to collect off of someone's death. Got an ice queen who's a karmic femme here. They made a commitment to this crazy lifestyle that they're in. Secrets are being held. Someone's on the down low. They're in the closet. They could be married and hiding this aspect from their partner. Their partner may know and do it with them. Okay. Their partner may not know what all, like how deep this rabbit hole really goes. So they're trying to be manipulative to where the courts don't fully find out what's happening here, but it looks like the courts are going to be finding out what's happening because somebody's very triggered. And they get people partying to make them vulnerable, and then they end up, because burials come out twice. And it's the karmic masculine. This is a masculine energy here that's doing, that's like the main energy that's coming out here. And they could have communicated with this karmic femme ice queen here. Could have been someone in your family that was very abusive towards you. You argue with these people, trying to manipulate a situation. They could be trying to unalive you because of a life insurance policy where you should have received actual money, and then they don't want you to have it. These family members here, they're sending mixed signals. Okay. They want, saying they don't mean to confuse you. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing, but they're trapped in whatever this is that they've done here. We've got Hillary, Aquarius energy. They're going to be humiliated and punished. They're going to be caught and shut down. There's nowhere to run, making people vulnerable. They're abusive as shit. They're going to have to serve time. We've got a caregiver that could be getting blackmailed or could be blackmailing someone. A rich guy in reverse, King of Pentacles reverse, could be trying to travel somewhere. Okay. Could be trying to go on the run and get away because they don't want their lifestyle coming out. Well, they made the decision to get into situationships with people. They're holding back. Coming towards someone here. They're indecisive. They were procrastinating. communicating. The communication could have stopped. Just using people. They have ulterior motives and taking advantage of people because they want to cross these boundaries. They're just very greedy. Okay, they're extremely greedy. They don't care what they do to other people, how they make someone feel. We've got a symphony with Taurus energy, an organized structure that's a whole team of people. Someone's leading this organization. They're collaborating together. They're contributing. It's like an assembly. Look at this organized crime here, with all this greed. Greed and trafficking. Okay. There's struggle going on. There's a couple involved here. Okay. They're extremely greedy. There's all about the money. They're making a lot of money off of doing this. Well, something's getting ready to change big time in this energy. Sending the evil off. Someone's sneaky, trying to work out the terms. This person's so toxic. They're so sneaky. Having a fake profile. They're plotting and hiding themselves on social media. Negotiating with someone to be sneaky with them, begging them. This male here with these secrets, and they're abusive and they just want revenge, and they're extremely manipulative. This person could have already had a run-in with the law with some kind of a court situation, trying to end what's going on. They don't want to be convicted. The legal system here sees this person's toxic. There's definitely legal proceedings. I mean, the gavel, the courthouse, and now legal proceedings all in this row right here. Somebody's going to jail. We got the Pearl with Cancer energy. Opening up about their loyalty, about these hidden things. There's many layers. They developed a character for the perception that it would create, and it's just pure manipulation. Catfishing, surveillancing someone. This organized crime. Within a few weeks, the situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of weeks. This organized crime, they're evil and they lie, which we definitely know that. Pathological liars. And they could have had something planned out, or something was supposed to be going down in the next few weeks. Well, this legal system, the legal team here, the veil's being lifted. They're awakening to what's going on here. Somebody is going to prison for this. Okay. Somebody's definitely going to be going to prison. They're going to get convicted. Jezebel. Going into poverty, needing help. Could be coming after an earth angel here who's an ascended energy. Unresolved issues with these people. These secrets are going to be exposed. They're going to be judged. They've been hiding the truth. And it could be this karmic femme here. Something that's going on around the fall. Could be when these secrets start coming out and this group goes down. They're just pretending. It's family members. They're just pretending. It's easier to pretend everything's going okay rather than to confront the truth. There's so many red flags. Yeah, it's definitely organized crime here. Something significant could have happened in the fall or is going to. This thief, we've got kerosene with Aries energy here. And this lands right here where this karmic femme is. They're aggressive. They ignite volatile situations. They provoke people. They're unpredictable. They're always fueling the fire. Someone's powerful. They get stimulated easily when they think someone is hot. Literally could be using an accelerant to trap someone. This thief's trying to clean up something that they did on a private property. Could literally be cleaning the house. They could even burn the house to burn evidence. This private property could be in or around or near a wooded area. There's a witness here of something that's going on. Could be a crime boss, could be someone's actual boss. They trusted this person because they were in the leadership role. We've got all kinds of flying monkeys that are out here creating a facade about what's really going on here. They're just putting on a front, but they've got weird behavior and hidden motives. They're communicating. There's a lot of communication that's going on here. These losers are experimenting on people regarding this power supply that they're trying to obtain here. Experimenting on what works and what doesn't. And they trusted these flying monkeys to like follow through with some kind of twisted, fucked up plan that they're all involved with here with this trafficking. Jesus. Okay. Got all the bottoms of the deck in this little thing. I had to travel out with them. Okay, so on the bottom of this deck here. Wait, let me go in order how I did them here. So something's going on social media. Someone could have even tried to act like they faked their death here. Something could have happened in someone's neighborhood. Someone could have gone into someone's neighborhood and they ended up going missing. There could be a boat that's involved with the river or by a body of water in the wooded area. We've got a grandparent energy. We've got a serial unaliver again here. A beach near the desert. I'm just hearing like LA in my head whenever I hear that. Someone could be trying to travel somewhere. They want to stay hidden in a hotel or a motel. A couple here. Could be older, could be grandparent ages. They want to be in the mountains near the water with their spouse and partner. They're under surveillance, okay? Because of it. Wow, because of these unalivings that they're doing here with these crimes of passion. They're committing fraud. Wow, they're fraudulent life insurance energy going on here, and they have an accomplice and a partner in crime with this as well. Someone could work in an insurance agency that's helping them do this, trying to clean up these lies that have been created. Wow, they could have dismembered someone, and there could be stuff going on through tunnels with trafficking. That's a railroad track. Putting things in a landfill. Could be body parts in a landfill. We've got eyeglasses with Taurus energy, assessing, reviewing, and analyzing. Looking at the fine print, examining something. It could even be a medical examiner. Seeking the opinion of someone who can check the details, who's aware so they see clearly. Okay, what's going on here? We've got constellation. Well, with Cancer energy, there's a whole network. Gathered meetings where they socialize with this organization, making arrangements, exchanging data of whoever they're in connection with. They've got a large amount or quantity. Like, someone's very influential, okay, in these meetings here. We've got the sword and scales with truth, justice, due process. Someone's by the book that's working for the courts. We've got Libra energy. The law is involved in these legal matters that they could want law enforcement to hear them out. Something's happening soon, okay? The situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. Dealing with someone who's very narcissistic here with the mirror, Cancer energy. They're going to have to face their issues. They're vain. spreading false narratives about lying to even acting like they love their partner, could even be trying to hide from their partner really what all is going on. And they're just like in this corrupt organization here, they're just being seen as a leader here on their pathway, that people are like praising this person for this dark shit that they're doing. God almighty. Someone's very sad. Got sad people here. They're full of fear, and it makes them happy whenever they're doing this. They could even be using AI. We could even have a celebrity pedo here, or this person could end up, you know, with whatever they've done, where like people know about it. Well, grandparent again. Okay, so these people could be older. Okay, coming after someone's child. A grandparent could have left someone a life insurance policy here. Something's going on in the courts. Coming to timeline issue with going to their child's neighborhood. If that's you, if you're this person's child. We've got New World Order here. There's all kinds of debt. Someone could have gone into a lot of debt to fake their death. This cult just wants power. That's all it is. It's cultic power. Someone could end up unaliving themselves. Family member could go to the mountains and end up self-deleting here. These rituals, yes, they have created really bad natural disasters here. And there could even be like some kind of a tropical storm at the beach. There was an accident in the tunnel. There's so many lies going on here. This person's unstable. Could have tried to make you unstable. They're jealous. They're unavailable. They're non-committal. They could be trying to visit you in your dreams to harvest from you in that way. Connected to the spirit world, receiving downloads and confirmations. Your guides are helping, visiting you in your dreams. This person just plays with people's heartstrings. They play mind games. They take advantage of people to string them along and play with their feelings. They're in denial. They don't want to face the monster that they are. They contradict themselves. They don't want to face the truth. And then they, oh, I admire you so much. Catfishing them to lure them in. Trying to create this emotional bond so that they can have this ravenous energy with them. It's a must-have, insatiable hunger for their pleasure. It is an uncontrollable desire. They have a deadline to meet. Time's running out. They're on edge. They can't wait any longer. There's some kind of an intervention. They could be looking at photos, thinking about, oh, I'm looking at your pictures. I'm thinking of the good times that we've had or that we could have. Let's get into a union. You need to meet with me. Oh, and then just leaving people so confused, wanting to run away. They want to get away. They don't want to be around this person. We've got water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be your signs or someone's signs that's involved with this. It may not resonate at all. Don't force something to fit. Someone's unhinged. Monitoring spirits and insects. They're starting to turn on each other because the courts are involved. We've got an alcoholic. Someone's scared to leave the house. Could have been cut off. You cut them off. Their sacral chakra is definitely blocked. And they thought you were weak. They like you're a power supply. Sexual dysfunction, addiction, lethargy, a fear of emotional and sexual intimacy, and guilt with a blocked sacral chakra. They thought you were weak, but they underestimated you. There's definitely clear communication going on here. That any deceit, it's going to be cleared up. Something's going on in someone's vehicle. Someone was in a bad wreck. Someone could have to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Something's going on with the dark web here. Someone could have HIV or AIDS. And they're out here assaulting people. Could be trying to hurt your child or your children. New York could be significant. Falsifying documents. because they're money hungry. I just saw wiretap. Yeah, these criminals are trying to conceal what they're doing. Someone's going to snitch for less jail or prison time, which could be this witness that saw a couple struggling with someone in a wooded area, possibly your ex's lover. There could be a house fire. They're under surveillance. They tortured someone. Alabama could be significant. They're going to have to stand before this judge, and this judge is in the upright. They're not corrupt. They're under surveillance. Yeah, there's the wiretap. I saw it come out a minute, or wanted to come out and pop back in. They're very promiscuous. Cheating and promiscuity. Your truth shakes their world, and they can't handle it. The pain of knowing is power, and you know the truth. And they've trapped themselves in this covert operation because they're out here torturing people. They're going to be persecuted. Yeah, they're getting paid to do something here. They definitely got paid. This crime boss paying people. They have a really bad obsession here. Discrimination is going on. Creating these romances. Oh God, child. They're freaking out now. Someone could have leased something. What else is in this energy, spirit? What else does the collective need to know about this crime unit? Oh goodness. Abduction with kidnapping. The school. Drugs, alcohol, addictions. Driving by, it could be driving by the school to do this. Oh dear God. Okay, divine intervention is here. Ancestors are body jumping. Harassment. Secret trips to harass someone. We've got the 8th house. Secret trips to harass someone, taking them to some kind of safe location where they can be hidden. Someone could have a heart attack or heart problems. We've got the 8th house. It has to do with other people's stuff. It involves gifts, wills, death, insurance, inheritances, joint finances, and other people's possessions. It's ruled by Mars and Pluto, Scorpio. These birth dates can be significant. They're hating on you and they're jealous of your spiritual gifts. This magician here, this dark cult, full of jealousy and envy, hating on you. Someone is intimidated by your beauty. Twitter or X could be significant. The sex addict is trapped in their thoughts. They're obsessed. They can't, they can't resist these urges. They can't get themselves in check. And then they lose control. They create a crime of passion and they end up unaliving someone. Then they've got to hide the body and figure out what to do there. Jesus. And clean it up, the mess that they've made. Possibly have some kind of private property that they're doing this at in a wooded area. Someone could have witnessed this. And they could be telling of what's going on here so that they get less prison time. They're having a mental breakdown. This person is absolutely delusional. This person is a sex addict. They thought you were an easy target. A child is being protected. We have Ohio, a father figure here. So this could be a pervy father figure in a family unit here. Alright. Yeah, they were planning something. They're a planner and an organizer planning something. And you just keep getting stronger and stronger. This narcissist. There's something going on in text messages. Someone could be a janitor, even at a school. The punishment for stolen inheritance. Corrupt officials manipulating a court situation are going to prison. We've got the second house. Has to do with your stuff. It involves values, money, self-esteem, possessions, investments, bank accounts, and financial expectations. It's ruled by Venus and Taurus. These birth dates could be significant. Jealous karmics. Karmic constantly fails at trying to copy your authenticity. They're jealous karmics here. Something is definitely hidden in the water, trying to punish someone. There could be some kind of a safe. Someone could go to church and act like they're this great person and they're not. They're duplicitous. We've got the Chinese zodiac sign of the snake. Could be the year of your birth. Someone involved, or a year that something significant occurred. Okay, in 2025, we're in the year of the snake this year. So something could be happening to where there could be some justice coming in, trying to win you over. They use their gifts for bad and for darkness. They're a bully. They bully people. They're abusive. We've got a bank employee that has a chronic health condition, secretly hooking up and having sex, making money off of you. Financial support. Wow. To help with their financial support. Someone's vehicle was sabotaged. Their heart chakra is blocked. They're jealous. They're cold-hearted. They're selfish. They're unempathetic. They have a victim mindset. They're codependent. They're trying to affect your finances. Okay. Yeah. They're having a psychotic break, and all they want is power. They're going to lose their status and their reputation. They're so pissed off they're having a psychotic break. And it could be because some of you have your own business. Okay, that's not for everyone, but this is what they're... Something about the department that someone works in, and they're under divine judgment. You could be doing protection rituals. They're jealous of your spiritual rank. You're divinely protected. They can't stand it. Okay? Whatever this is, it's backfiring on them. Someone could have secluded someone. They're having panic attacks. Kept you in the dark. This coven coming against you. Didn't see this coming at all. They can't defeat you. They didn't see that coming. Something's going on in criminal court. Okay? A healthy solar plexus chakra here. They want your power supply because you're not blocked in your solar plexus. You're confident, assertive. You have powerful manifestation skills. You're active and optimistic. You're reliable. You have a high, healthy self-esteem. Someone is confused that handles money. Something's going on with someone's savings. There could be some kind of a vacation home or a condo or some kind of property. This psychopath thought that this plan was going to be flawless until your ancestors rolled up, and you're never alone. There could even be abuse of a corpse here. Oh my God. I'm just hearing necrophilia. Okay. There's a cursed gift. They're having panic attacks. They can't control you. They're mad because you walked away. They can't control you. Doing magic over your finances. They're doing everything they can to affect your money here. Yeah. Now these... it's about necessity. Necessity, constraint, scarcity, and hardship. The letter N and fire signs. It's about your needs. Affecting balance in work, play, and rest. Self-care and well-being. Must first tend to ourselves before we can attend to others. Acknowledge feeling restricted and struggling. Resourcefulness and resilience may be needed now to survive. Significant gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Take action. Careful planning and learning. Struggle. Triumph through adversity and confront life head on. Okay. They're trying to affect you. They can't stand it because you can see straight through them and their bullshit. And it could even be like if you're on the phone with someone here, they're absolutely miserable where they are now, or they made a phone call and told someone that on the phone. We could have a truck driver. Someone could have gotten a loan approved, age 25 or 18 to 25. We've got a female cousin or cousins. Could be doing death magic. Maryland could be significant. Using graveyard dirt. We've got third party interference. Abusing divination, and now they're worried. They're definitely polygamists. Someone's worried that someone's admired. Yeah, they're doing fraudulent activities here with forged documents. Chinese zodiac sign of the rat. Brother or brothers. New Hampshire could be significant. They're being haunted, chased, and tormented. About to meet a new person who's a bad person. Somebody here in this energy is about to meet a bad person. They're very materialistic and greedy. And they're all about harassing people. They're raged out. Their anger's out of control. They're triggered. They're hostile and dangerous and full of rage. Someone could OD, or they could be ODing someone. It's a dangerous combo. Someone's going to get 5150. Has them a large purchase. Has someone very concerned. They have no common sense. Strategically planning something with a rope. They're evil. Someone could have PTSD or complex PTSD. You're at war with these people. There's like a whole war going on. Someone could be in the war in the military. A disaster related to an explosion or a fire could have occurred, trying to destroy evidence. Someone's very skilled with a knife. They could be a hunter, or someone's just skilled with a knife. It could even be a surgeon, because I was drawn to the caregiver. Yeah, they're evil incarnate. A whole demonic legion. You just want peace. And they want war. Grandparents are definitely significant in this energy. Nevada could be significant. We have an ex-partner, Kentucky. There's a lawsuit that's happening here. Someone could have unregistered or illegal firearms. Someone could have contracted herpes. Someone could be trying to plan an attack with an illegal firearm here. Someone's psychotic and they could have set a fire, and someone's landlord, a fire or an explosion, and the landlord gets involved. It could be a rental property. Someone could be in the military here. Okay. They want to destroy you all over again. This psychotic person here that's fucking nuts. Someone could be abusing DRUGS. They've destroyed their life. Psychiatrist now and a psychologist came out. 5150. Got a warlock here. Snuff films and PORN. Jesus. God. They don't want this being looked into. Karmics are full of envy and jealousy. They want to destroy you. Saying they will unalive themselves if you don't give them what they want, because they want you to rescue them. They can fuck off. You're not going to rescue them. They're going down. They're irrational and they're undisciplined. Something's urgent. Oh, it's urgent because now they're no longer covered by your protection. Okay. Yeah. They're blocked from your energy. It's coming to light because God is in charge. God is blocking them and bringing things to the light. You don't know all the details yet. Their crown chakra is blocked, so they're not getting any downloads from spirit. Being detached from source. Strict religious views. Being very closed-minded. Confused and depressed. Trying to deplete your energy. They've been blocked because God's rolled up. Your ancestors are body jumping. Could be watching you online. You're separated from these people, from these family members here. We have this here that's going on. It's premeditated. Something's happening in the clerk's office. We've got a nurse. Someone could have to see a nurse because they have liver disease. Someone's trying to get their passport, or they've got it. They're in rock bottom right now. They're overwhelmed. There's bribes that are going on. This leader could be bribing someone. Leader bribing their followers. We've got a Leo, Virgo cusp, or a Leo and a Virgo could be significant. They betrayed and deceived a lot of people, I think, not just someone. A huge web of lies was created, and they can't keep these lies straight. Usually, once you create one, that you have to keep going with it. That's why it's always better just tell the truth. We've got victims here. Problems with the purchase. And they don't like what's being communicated. Probably these victims here, there's injustice going on. These victims want justice. Some kind of info exposed, broke the deal or relationship with what was going on here, and someone's having a mental breakdown. Someone's having problems with their job, or a poor work performance in the job or in the workplace with their job. Need to be medicated to balance out. Having a mental breakdown, can't handle their job, could be struggling. Someone's very possessive. We've got car wreck and an injury that came out again. Someone could have totaled their car, and now they're trapped in the situation. These criminals here. Spell work is backfiring. This karmic masculine's in massive regret, and we had a karmic masculine over here that's blocked now. Connecticut could be significant. Third party interference, lacks accountability. Something's definitely going on with a vehicle. Fraudulent documents even regarding a vehicle. Okay. Falsified information. Could have tampered with someone's mail to create theft. Could have even gotten a car in someone's name. They lack accountability. They're pleasing themselves to your pictures. Well, we've got police sirens. Somebody's going to be getting arrested. The return to sender has them scared. This cult here. They've definitely been committing crimes. We've got a loan shark. Young, child, or minors with loan sharks. The level of deception used in this relationship is igniting harsh karma. You're defeating an ancient entity that's hunted you through many lifetimes. These karmic family members here. Okay. And they're obsessed with coming after you. They're obsessed with trying to ruin you. Someone's going to get fired from their job. Something's buried in the yard. They were becoming forceful to trap you. We've got an undercover cop or an investigator that's surveillancing someone here. They can't handle their karma, and there's multiple people involved in this whole collaboration, this huge mess here. CPS could be getting involved to help with these children. Struggling financially. Trying to deplete your energy, and their ego has destroyed them. They need more money. They're going broke and struggling financially. They're doing shady shit. They thought they had you figured out. We've got an energy vampire here. We've got an uncle. Massachusetts could be significant. An uncle with a beneficiary here about an inheritance. Ooh, my cards just blew away. An uncle could have even stolen someone's inheritance here. Emotional manipulation. Pulling on your heartstrings, you know. They can't fix what they've done. Someone's definitely been in a wreck. They know they messed up. There's a court date coming up, and they know they messed up. They can't fix what they've done. Your Honor, telling this to the judge. They're going to be... We've got a good attorney that's not corrupt. Somebody's getting ready to get detained. They could get detained in the courtroom. Their magic is ineffective against you doing these love spells. Death comes in threes. Somebody's going to be very unlucky here. They could have been sacrificing animals. Make sure you're cutting the cords with these karmic family members. Keep them blocked. You're their power supply, and they're blocked now. They can't keep siphoning off of you. Don't allow anyone or anything to hinder your growth. Okay. Never thought coming for you would create their own demise because of this inheritance here. Wow. They want you dead, M for hire, because of this inheritance. Curses and hexes. Assaulting people. Ex-partner, spouse could have even been hired to come in and do this with a B&E. Someone could self-delete. It's come out multiple times. Someone could work in a grocery store, something significant about a grocery store. Their empire is crumbling. CPS again. They're going to have a loss of their power. They went into unfamiliar territory. Now they're in ultimate ruin. Starting all over again in unfamiliar territory. Starting all over again to ruin you. They worked really hard. They're out of control. But whatever this is, it's going to rule in your favor. Okay, they're defensive because of how hard they've worked. It's a setup in someone's workplace, possibly a workplace betrayal. Someone's out of control. We've got a paralegal, a legal assistant, and an attorney here. Okay, we got a snitch. Gossiping that someone's on drugs and that they're out of control. There's violence. They throw their weight around with intimidation and scare tactics. This abusive energy, want you mentally and emotionally unstable so that their lives will hold up. And it's not what's happening. We have a mother, wife, or a girlfriend. Father, husband, or a boyfriend. We need an exorcist here to exorcise these demons with this drug problem here. Someone overly emotional. They've been keeping you in the dark. And a hex is being broken, so they're finally getting caught. They're sending you the evil eye because they thought that you were an easy target. They thought they had you all figured out. They wanted you crying and they wanted to torment you because they're cold-hearted and they're full of malice. Trying to settle their debt. Your ex, stalking and spying. Somebody could be wanting a plea deal here. Creating defamation of character. Use your discernment and trust your intuition. They have no protection. They're doing these rituals in the woods. You have divine protection and they have no protection. You're ops here. Defaming your character. They're abusive and they're cruel and difficult to deal with. They're condescending and they're keeping tabs on you. There's hidden enemies with this covert operation. Age 75 and up. We've got the sheriff, government official, and employee. Someone could work for the government. We could have a sheriff involved. Something's going to be announced in this legal situation. Could be by a sheriff. Something's in limbo in the courts. Announcing that someone's trying to travel somewhere, but travel came out in reverse. They're traveling to jail. They're not going any fucking where. They're not going to be able to travel. Archangel Michael is cock blocking this dangerous ex from coming near you. Somebody's pill sick. Need money for this DRUG problem. We've got karmic parents that are involved. Karmic family members coming after you since your childhood. And even after your children here. Okay. Karmic parents just came flying from the wind. On the split, we've got the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So someone was like a master, deceptive, cheating, lying, manipulative bastard here. Someone was very skilled and knowledgeable at something here. Of how to be like a criminal, sneaking around. Tell me, clarify this life insurance with actual money. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, and it came out in reverse, and it knocked legal proceedings out of the way. Sneaky with these terms, a male. It was very abusive. They've got secrets, family members here, manipulating a court situation after someone's death in a legal matter. They're difficulty focusing on the tasks at hand. Someone's lazy, bad quality, a lack of skills. Their head's foggy. They don't have ambition. They're lazy. Someone from your past here could be saying that about you, saying that you don't want to work or something. Something that's going on with past events. Four of Pentacles, they're greedy. They're a miser. They're holding on for dear life. They don't want to let go. They're hoarding this for their own financial success. And Emperor energy here. It's a father figure here. King of Cups. Definitely a father figure, an authority figure. They're very dominating. They're emotionally manipulative. They're immature. They're rude. They're reactive and impulsive. They're a tyrant. They misuse and abuse their power. They're very controlling. They're a poor leader. They're stubborn as shit. They're just a fucking tyrant. They could have been paying people to keep you burdened. And the Ten of Wands wanted you overwhelmed and stressed out with your responsibilities, having your life just be so hard and so full of burdens that you have no choice but to carry. Unexpected changes are coming in. Someone's paying, could have been paying someone to sleep with someone with the Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Wanted someone just very drained from sex, feeling mentally and emotionally overwhelmed, full of anxiety, full of fear and stress and burnt out. That's the truth. Trying to sacrifice you here with the Ace of Swords. Family members, Ten of Cups. They made the decision to do this. They made the conscious decision. King of Pentacles. Father figure. Oh, they're under judgment. This person's greedy. They're corrupt. They're materialistic. They're under judgment for breaking your heart with this very painful ending, creating all this worry and conflict and strife, disagreements and competition, so much chaos. Well, they're going to be disappointed with something that's going to be going on here. King of Wands. We've got all four kings and an emperor, so this is definitely a father figure here. They're very arrogant and overbearing. They're a poor leader. They're impulsive. They can't control their sexual urges. King of Wands could be a warlock. Very sexual energy. The Knight of Swords, very reckless and ruthless. They're dangerous. They could have missed their chance to do something here. They're a coward. And this can be law enforcement coming in, creating all kinds of confusion and illusion so they can go in and attack someone that needs to be rescued because they can't handle, like, they can't, it's an insatiable hunger for their desires, their temptations, and their fantasies. Someone could even be hallucinating, okay? The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So karma's here. Somebody's getting ready to, the karmic wheel's getting ready to change here with this inheritance, with your corrupt family. There's instability in the home and unexpected changes coming. There's conflict. There's going to be debt. You're going to move on to calmer waters here with the Six of Swords. There's going to be victory in this at some point here, and your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Something's going to change. You're trying to manifest this. Some kind of good news coming in. Page of Wands. Tell me about this burial at the river. Okay, so someone traveled to do this. They may not go as well as expected. They're angry, they're impulsive, they're reckless. They were excited about this. They were fearless. Going on this adventure here. Tell me more about this burial at the river. There could have been a party where they made someone vulnerable and they were triggered their mental health. Meeting up at a party. Oh, we're a perfect match. We're hot together. Could even be same sex here. We got the Three of Pentacles. Someone's trying to act like they're this master and they're all dedicated to something. Could have been 3 people working together here. We got a King of Pentacles. They were dedicated to doing this. Very dedicated. Dedication is on the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Gaining new skills and knowledge. Wealth and prosperity is involved. We've got the Ten of Swords creating a very... Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords creating a very painful ending. And that could even be leaving someone to bleed out. The Ten of Swords. They're sneaking. They're being real sneaky on what they're doing. There's violence here with the Five of Swords. Jesus. Arguments. All kinds of tension and violence. Tell me what's going to happen in these legal proceedings. Some kind of payments. The Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Payments being received. Getting something that you're supposed to receive here. Got Empress energy. What's going to be the final outcome in this court situation for whoever I'm reading for in the collective? Trying to rescue someone that's someone wants to sacrifice. And I just saw the Emperor with the Ace of Swords. So truth's coming out about all the Seven of Cups, all these confusion and illusion regarding this Ten of Pentacles here with this life insurance policy with this King of Cups, leaving you completely burdened. Truth's coming out because karma's here and you've just had to survive this shit. Had to defend yourself. You walked away from these karmic family members. It was the world. You called judgment. Something could be online. Very painful heartbreak. They were celebrating you being in pain. Spying on you to see if you're just full of grief and despair. They made the decision to make this investment here. And then boom, here's the car wreck that keeps coming out. The Tower and the Chariot. Someone's in a bad car wreck. Okay. Calling someone. They've got options with all this chemistry that they can cheat with. They're ready. They've got the money and there's evidence. And now this Ice King over here is surprised, mentally and emotionally unstable. They could have tried to travel towards someone that they were catfishing online and law enforcement got involved. This could have even been like some kind of a setup here because there was proof and evidence with the text messages or the messaging. It's something that was going on online. They're tapped. Alright guys, this is going to be our reading. You guys just take this how it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for being here, for spending time with us. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for your love and your support, your donations, and everything you do. We love you, collective. Bye guys.